Is the end in sight, or is the global economy about to hit a breaking point? Today, President Trump suggested the war with Iran is pretty much winding up, claiming it could all be over in a matter of days. But while the White House talks about an exit strategy, the markets are telling a much darker story. During an Easter brunch at the White House, the president offered a bold timeline, telling allies the conflict could wrap up in just 3 days. He later softened that to 2 or 3 weeks. The goal? Ensuring Tehran never crosses the nuclear threshold. But as the administration looks for the exit, the military footprint remains massive. CENTCOM reports over 13,000 combat flights and the destruction of more than 150 Iranian vessels. Yet, despite these hits, Iran isn't backing down. Their military just announced a fresh wave of missile and drone strikes targeting US facilities in Bahrain and Kuwait, even reaching as far as Tel Aviv. The victory talk is providing a temporary boost to Wall Street, but economists are sounding the alarm. Oil is already up 38% from pre-war levels. The big question now, what happens if the Strait of Hormuz stays closed? Nobel laureate Paul Krugman warns that we aren't just looking at a spike. We're looking at a catastrophe. He claims a $150 barrel is extremely plausible, and $200 isn't out of the question. We're already seeing the ripples at home. Consumer giant Unilever has frozen hiring, and experts warn that the April jobs report could show a significant hit to the US labour market. Adding to the tension, the president is once again threatening to pull the USAC out of NATO, frustrated by a lack of support from allies, like the UK. While a 2023 law technically bars him from leaving without congressional approval, experts suggest he might cite executive authority to sidestep the hill, a move that would trigger a constitutional crisis in the middle of a shooting war. Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has released a letter directly to the American public. His message. Iran harbours no ill will toward its citizens, but warns of irreparable harm and consequences that will extend far beyond his borders. As the State Department warns Americans in Kuwait to shelter in place and the nation prepares for a televised address from the Oval Office. One thing is clear. The war might be winding down in the president's eyes, but for the global economy, the fallout is just beginning.